This is by no means medical advice, but I just want to say that I have always had ovarian cysts. I've had 2 surgeries to get them removed, and which is a whole other conversation. I feel like it's really unnecessary. So after having my daughter, I had surgery a few months after having her to get a cyst removed the size of a grapefruit, and then I had a checkup a year later, or less than a year later, to see how everything was doing down there. And I had 2 more cysts. I had a cyst on my right ovary and a cyst on my left ovary. One about 4 centimeters, one a little less than 4 centimeters. And I was kind of cracked a joke with my doctor. I was like, well, if I want to have another baby, guess I'll just schedule another C-section and then remove the cysts while we're in there. And she was like, not a bad idea. I was like, I'm kidding. But anyway, so I said, okay, I'm going to try a little experiment, because I've done it haphazardly, castor oil packs, but just because it feels good, and I've read about all the incredible benefits of castor oil. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna do an experiment, because she was like, I want to see the cyst. She was like, there's nothing to be concerned about, but in the next 4 months we'll do another ultrasound. I said, okay, I'm gonna do a castor oil pack every night for 4 months, or it was 3.5 months, until I get my follow-up ultrasound. And I'm gonna see if I can shrink this. I already eat pretty well. I take care of myself pretty well. I've gotten blood work done. Cortisol is fine. Hormones are pretty fine. There are a couple things off, but for the most part, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna just try a castor oil pack and see if all of the things I see online are true, that I can shrink it myself. And I got my results back last week, and bitch, in fact, I have shrunk my ovarian cysts. So the power of castor oil is real. That's all I'm saying. Again, don't take my medical advice, but because also if you already bleed heavily, castor oil induces bleeding, and it induces movement too, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm really excited. I have to have a follow-up meeting with my doctor, but I can't wait to be I shrunk it with castor oil packs, because that's real. That is real. That is so real.